Good evening and over to you, Daman Bhai.
Good evening, everybody, all participants. Our chief guest speaker, Prerna Pesori, CA, CA Vanna Dodia, CA Alka Kuwaria, CA Chetan Thakur, Nilesh Chawda, Bharat Desai, JP Trivedi, JP Tiwari, and many more our friends. Today is our 13th SGF meeting, Zoom meeting, Chai Pe Charcha. So it's my pleasure to have this session, starting of session. Like today's we have burning issue of glitches of new portal, right? Everybody facing today day by day different this style of glitches in the IT portal. So we have some what do you say resolution about this portal issue by our Chief Guest CA Prerna Pesori. For that, I request Alpa Kuvadia to formally introduce CA Prerna Pesori, and also JP Tiwari to introduce our Vanna Madam. Now over to CA Alpa Kuvadia.
Alpa, we can't hear you.
Vanna Madam, some information about SGF.
You can share during time she starts. You are on mute, Daman Bhai. Alpa Madam is from Ghatkobar. She just finished one meeting and start joining us.
Okay.
But Alpa, we can't hear you. So I think let me take that privilege today. So already people are waiting, excited,
हाँ.
and આપણે છે ને આપણે even in WRC meeting also આપણે લોકો કહેતા હોય
Something
છે
mistake becomes.
કે આ time કેમ જઈ રહ્યો છે આટલો બધો, we
हाँ.
just want કે વિષય પર જલ્દીથી ફોકસ કરો. But now let me introduce CA Prerna Peshwari. She is LLB, मतलब चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट तो છે જ, LLB, LLM, International Tax Vienna, DIIT and MCOM. She has been international tax lawyer. She is a partner at Peshwari, Pachori and Jain. She has about 6 years of experience in international taxation advisory and litigation, cross-border transaction advisory and structuring, deal and startup advisory. She completed her master's from WU Vienna as Foundation for International Tax Scholar 2019. She has been delivering lectures at various professional forums and has been teaching international tax laws to chartered accountants and advanced diploma in international tax UK students. She has been selected as a 35 future leaders in taxation by TaxCo. She has authored many papers and book on direct and international taxation. It's my proud privilege to share dais with you, Prerna. I had heard already once, and I was so impressed by her when I thought why SGF should not be benefited by the knowledge she has. And that's why we have invited you, welcome you, Prerna, here. And I think today, JP, if you are ready, it's fine. Otherwise, we can skip. Are you ready, JP? Jaiprakash, sir? Unmute yourself and be brief.
Yeah.
Be brief as much as possible. Thank you.
Yeah. So welcome, madam, and let me introduce the introducer, the very vibrant personality and energetic CA Vandana Dodia. She qualified CA in January 1998, and in 2020 she completed ICAI's forensic audit and fraud detection certificate course. She is a motivational speaker. She is tally evangelist. In last 12 years, she has served the CA profession as a member of several WIRC committees, including most significant one, a member of WIRC's Digital Accounting and Assurance Committee. As a member of the ICAI's Management Accounting Committee last year, she actively organized the e-publication of a book on virtual CFO services. She is member of GSTPM coaching class committee. She is part of 1700 member Borivali Central CP Study Circle. She was convener from 2000 to 2005 of Women's Wing of the BCSC and SGAF. She is a life member of AIFTP, GSTPM, BCS, CTC, MCTC, and many more. She has spoken at over 150 study circles meetings and workshops, including WRC, MCTC, GSTPM, Tally Solution, CA Connect. She is a great vocalist and a great social activist. Welcome, madam, and request you to moderate the session. Thank you.
Thank you, JP. And before we start, Prerna, I hope you had your lovely tea today. Correct?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So, all of us are waiting for, how the new website is. But my first concern is that, can you just initially start with which ITR am I supposed to file? How will I come to know for this particular client, which ITR I should be taking up? Let's start with that initial understanding. And then we will go live to the website on a later part of our session.
PC बरोबर लागलं नाही ना, म्हणजे माझं पण नाही होत. आज भावला सांगा ते बरोबर प्लग इन करायला.
Prerna has muted everyone. You kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so first of all, thank you, ma'am, for inviting me for this. And I think ma'am was more excited for this particular session. Yeah, but and I think we had planned very early, but due to some commitments, we couldn't take up. So thank you so much. And thank you for bearing with my schedule. So first of all, with respect to ITR, which ITR we need to file? That is very important question, because we cannot directly, submit the information in any ITR. It has to be very appropriate. Considering now the pre-fill data, so many changes happening, faceless assessment happening. So it is very important that we select the right ITR. Now, selecting right ITR is not a very daunting task, I would say, because selection can happen with the easy guidance given by the new income tax website. Unlike earlier website where there was no guidance available, this website is in fact really nice in terms of giving us a lot of guidance as to how to select our ITR. So, it puts up like kind of FAQs as to how you should opt in and what kind of incomes do you have. If you have these set of incomes, you please fill this ITR. If you have these set of incomes, you fill this ITR. So it's very easy that way to select the right ITR, unlike the earlier website which was there. Now, giving some amount of guidance as to which ITR are there. Of course, ITR 1 is the very simplest ITR. ITR 1 is Sahaj. It is for individuals having income up to rupees 50 lakh and individuals having only salary or pension income, having income from one house property. If you have interest on house property, self-occupied house property, which you are taking as loss under house property, then you cannot go to ITR 1. You have to go to ITR 2 then. So again, as I said, be mindful as to what categories of income do you have it. Then if you have income from other sources, say for example, you have interest, dividend, dividend also, if you're not claiming any interest deduction against dividend, because now as you would be aware that dividends are taxable in the hands of shareholder only. So if you have any deduction, again, it pushes you to ITR 2. So it is a very simple form with not so much of tamjam, very few details. If you have, you can go under ITR 1. Now, for whom it is not applicable, that is a more important question than for whom it is applicable. So for whom it is not applicable, if you are a director in a company, if you have unlisted shares, capital gain income, if you are withdrawing the cash in excess of 1 crore or 20 lakhs on which the TDS becomes applicable on cash withdrawal, then also you cannot file ITR 1. Then if there is a non-resident person or a resident and not ordinary resident person, or a resident having income outside India, in those cases, you cannot file ITR 1. So then you have to go to the second ITR, which is ITR 2. Now, in ITR 2, everybody can fall except business profession. So everyone else other than business profession has a rescue under ITR 2. So whenever you are not clear, go to ITR 2. But then again, as I said, ITR 2 is not a direct go. If you are not falling under ITR 1, which is a simple ITR. So sometimes I have seen people doing ITR 2 directly, even if they do not have those set of income, even when they can file ITR 1. So if you can file ITR 1, why do you want to go to the complexity or a bigger form of ITR 2? So then ITR 2 is for somebody who is not under ITR 1 and who does not have business income. So those people can file ITR 2. As I said, for example, if you have capital gain, if you have dividend income against which you are claiming interest deduction, then go to ITR 2. Or say for that matter, you are a non-resident or a resident having income outside India, director of company. If you have unlisted shares in your portfolio, then for all these cases, you go to ITR 2. Then ITR 3 is for business or profession income. Very clear. If you have business income, individual having sole proprietary income, it can go to ITR 3. Under ITR 4, we have presumptive income, 44AD, ADA, AE, all those category of income, 50% profit, 8% profit, all of those can go under ITR 4. Again, but ITR 4 has some amount of restriction. So we have to be mindful of those. Now, what are those restrictions? That it is similar to the restrictions contained in ITR 1. If you are a director of a company or holding unlisted shares, if you have losses under house property income, or if you have more than one house property, if you have dividend income against which you claim interest deduction, only dividend income is fine. But if you claim interest deduction, then don't go for ITR 4. Then which ITR? Whether we can go for ITR 2? Answer is no, because you have business income under presumptive. So you have to jump to ITR 3. So if you have business income, presumptive income, ITR 4, but if you have these restrictions, then you have to go back to ITR 3 only. So ITR 2 and ITR 3 are like a general ITR. ITR 1 and 4 are the simpler version. Then 5 is for the partnership firms, 6 is for the companies, and 7 are for the trust. And as we all know, only few ITR utility are released, which is 1, 2, and 4. And I think they are soon going to release the rest of the ITR utilities too.
So in all the base idea you have given us. So does the website has given some facility where we can just pump in and find out which
Yes.
that is available to me? If you would like to
Yes,
share your
it,
screen and show us.
yes, sure. Just a second. I'll just open the website. Yes, so this is our new income tax website, which we have been seeing through many days. Yes, so say for example, this is individual or HUF. Here also, see there's a lot of guidance available. Guidance to file tax return. At the dashboard itself, on the homepage itself, you can find a lot of guidance available. Similarly, for business professions, senior or super senior citizen, NR, HUF, for everybody, there is this guidance available. Now, here it is a generic guide which is available for individual how to file tax return, user manual, FAQs, both these things are available. But then where exactly we can see the ITR which is clearly applicable to me. So for that, I have an assessee over here. I can go to income tax returns here, e-file. I am into the login of assessee, file income tax return. So I'm selecting, let's do online. Individual. Now, here if we can see, it clearly shows you need to choose an ITR form to proceed.
Yeah.
Help me decide which ITR form to file. I know which ITR form to file. So if I do it here, proceed, it gives some note that this is not something advised by the income tax department and is a generic advice. So you have to carefully rely on it. So see, ITR 1, this form will be applicable if you meet following condition. ITR 2, if you do not have income from business. ITR 3, if you have income from business. ITR 4, if you meet these conditions. So this is how they have made it easy. You have to go through, okay, I am a resident and ordinary resident. Okay, so this form is okay. Then I have a salary income, I have interest income from bank, I have dividend income. My total income does not exceed 50 lakh. I'm not a director in a company. So it's very easy to identify this kind of a checklist which is given. So that way it is very, very simple to identify, unlike earlier where we used to have to determine as to which ITR is applicable for me. And sometimes relying on the softwares, we used to make a lot of mistakes in filling the correct ITR. But now on the website itself, there is so much information given. And as I said, on the homepage itself, you have this user manual. You have frequently asked questions. In the frequently asked question also, you can get a detailed guidance about which ITR is going to be applicable to you and what precautions you need to take. How do you know which ITR you need to file? Every information is given over here. So we can just quickly read through it so that we do not make any mistakes in filing the ITR.
That's fantastic, amazing. Now the next is always now this financial year, we need to take that 115, the new regime has come, 115 BAC. So whether I should opt for that or not, any shortcuts or any tips you would like to give us?
Yes, certainly. So this particular new 115 BAC section which has come up, if we realize this particular scheme which has come looks very beneficial with a higher slab and a lower tax rate compared to the old regime. But there is a catch. Nothing comes for free.
Correct.
So they take away something when they give you something.
Correct.
So at the same time, they are taking away all your exemptions and deduction barring one or two deduction, which is pension scheme, which is there, and 80JJAA, which is for the employment deduction.
Yes.
So barring those two deduction, they take away all your deduction. You cannot claim your interest on self-occupied property. Of course, you can claim it on rental property, but not on self-occupied.
Okay.
You cannot claim your housing principal, stamp duty, your fixed deposit tax saving, which are there, mutual funds tax saving. Then you cannot claim your LIC, medical premium. So all those deductions you will have to forgo. But that does not mean it is. So people say that then it means that it is not beneficial for anybody. But that is not the case. It is beneficial in cases where the deduction amounts are very less. So where you have like the entire 1.5 lakh occupied or utilized under ATC, or you have entire medical deduction already utilized, then it may not be beneficial for you. But say, for example, there's somebody who has just started earning income. For them, there may be like, say, 15,000, 20,000, he may be contributing only towards ATC. So the limit remains unutilized. So then in that case, for them, it may be worthwhile to consider this option because they might have the income which is not touching 30 lakhs directly or 20 lakhs directly. So then for them, it may make a sense to go into this particular new scheme.
Okay. And is there any, they are giving on site when you put the amount, this will be tax benefit and that will be, I mean, they have given any shortcuts on the website also working for us?
That is there. Yes, that is also there. I'll just take you through. Not precisely, but yes, some amount of information is there. So this was about individual year tax slabs.
Tax slabs now, probably there they must
Yes.
have given us.
So here they have given a comparison under the new and old scheme as to what are the tax rates of different age group they have given. And then they have also given the investments on which you can get benefit, every investment wise benefit which is given over here in detail. So you need not directly go again to Income Tax Act to find out. Here you can easily find out everything. Again, you have, as I said, returns of form applicable to you is also available over here too. So this is something where, again, as I said, the website is not something which is totally bad, as we are, always trying to say about it. There are some good things which have come up. And I would like to say that this is something very transitory. As any new thing you would, get into in your life also, there would be always so many teething problems, so many initial issues which comes up. But I think we have to accept the fact the way it is as of now and try to find out certain good things about it, because ultimately we have to work with it, we have to live with it. So there is no option of criticizing it and then finding all the time errors into it. So
can
let's
you-
try to find out positives of it.
So can you throw some major new things scheme which was not there in the previous website? No?
Yes.
Something you can brush up to us.
Yes. Yes. So first of all, if we see, let me see if this was certainly not there in the last income tax website or the earlier income tax website, Tax Genie. So this is something which is new, and I found it good that it is trying to solve some basic queries if you ask them.
Okay.
Of course, the response time is also there, but it is trying to help us out. And I think with time to come, this is going to improve a lot in its aspect. Then the more important thing, if we see on the dashboard itself, as I said, or on the homepage itself, there is so much of guidance which is available with respect to different class of people, so that you select the right ITR, so that you know your right tax slab or the tax rate, you know your right deductions for even companies, non-company, for everybody, there is this information which is available. Secondly, when we come down here also, we can e-verify without even logging in. So directly from dashboard itself, you can do so many things. Say, for example, one is this e-verify, you enter your PAN, assessment number, acknowledgement number, and just continue. Similarly, there are other things like you link your Aadhaar with PAN, you e-pay taxes, track the status of e-filed returns, know your TAN, authenticate your notices, know your jurisdictional AO, instant e-PAN. So these kind of services are available on the dashboard itself without even logging in into the page of the SSC. Now coming ahead, when I log into the page of Assessee, let me go to the dashboard. Okay. Now the one thing I really liked over here was this thing. Recent filed returns, where they give the information or comparison of last 2 years. So what was your income in AY 1920? How much tax you had paid? How much was your tax liability? What was the tax deposited? And in comparison with AY 2021. So for the previous 2 years, they are giving us the information here itself. Now, whenever we as a chartered accountants would pick up some of our client, we usually start with this thing. कि लास्ट ईयर में इनकम कितना था, कितना टैक्स भरा था, ये साल में इनकम कितना है और क्यों कम हुआ या क्या चीज की वजह से बढ़ गया. So I think this information is presented very well over here itself. So this is something I really like, that you can get this information here itself on the dashboard of the assessee when you start with the income tax return filing, which was not there, of course, in the earlier website. And as I said, this website is built on 3 pillars, or rather 4 pillars. And those 4 pillars are that it is going to give the convenience, accuracy, usability, and speed to the users. Although you might say none of these 4 pillars are achievable or looking to be achievable as of now. But that is as of now. I said because this is something which has started. At least we should be looking at the objective of the income tax department. Of course, the timing might be incorrect.
Correct.
They have not tested. That is something incorrect. They should have very well tested robustly and then issued it out, or at least not issued in these months when we are fully with the pressure.
Correct.
But we should look at the intent.
Prerna, we were discussing that only. They could have just
Yeah.
waited, and after this season, October, November ke baad, if they could have launched, they would have
Yes.
had 3 months, pretty long period to do R&D and all that. You know?
Right.
So that's
Right.
what all of us are discussing. But anyways, be it be, let's now go on to how to file a IT return. Can you just take us through that?
Yes. Yes. So again, going back to how to file, which is something which we are looking forward to. So I'll go to the file income tax return, select here and continue. I'm doing the online mode. You can do it through online, offline. The utility, JSON utility is available for download. You can do it through your softwares also. Any method you can opt, it is going to lead to the same results. Time being, I'm going to online and I'm going to start new filing. Individual and ITR1. Now proceed with ITR1. Again, if you see at the back, there was this information given that ITR1 is for whom, even if you select it by yourself. So it stops you there itself if you are selecting a wrong ITR.
Correct.
By giving you clear information.
Correct.
Now let's get started. Also, if you see again here, the guidance is available, which was not there in the earlier website.
Yes.
Documents list to help you file faster. You need to keep these documents ready with you.
Correct.
Form 16, HRA, investment, and then there are some frequently asked questions which every CA or the taxpayer might have it. So then they have your help also how to pre-validate bank account. Here some circulars and notifications are given. Provision of the law are linked here, which otherwise was not available. Otherwise, if you wanted to find Rent Control Act, you would have to go to Google, search for Rent Control Act, or go to income tax website, go for search for circular. Here, everything is brought at one place, whatever you may need it. So this is very helpful in a way.
Correct, correct. Very interesting and inspiring also, that you don't
Yes.
need to get out of the site. Most of your queries will be sorted out in the website only. Only that
Yes.
initial hiccups we have to bear.
Yes. Now, this is something I really found it great. Please answer the following question. It is like a Google form is sent to me and I have to
Yes.
just, put in yes, no,
Yes.
this, that. I have to select like MCQ.
Yes.
So this is very good. Otherwise, if you go into the software also, you may find it easier, but even without the software, you can do it. If somebody
Correct.
don't want to invest in software, it is very much easier to do. So are you filing income tax return for any of the following reason? I would select say taxable income is more than basic exemption limit. And we proceed further.
So you mean to
We
say
have
in one
pre-filled
of,
your.
Prerna, sorry, I
Yeah.
will be asking you a question in between also.
Yes,
So
sure,
you
ma'am.
mean to say out of the available, मुझे कोई एक select करना है. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So here they have said we have pre-filled your return based on information available with income tax department. So again, this is something which is helpful, that they are pre-filling your returns with all the information which is available to them. But as we say that you will have to check also, because there might be a problem. If you have not submitted any information, they would also not have it.
Correct.
So you will have to check and again rectify it based on the pre-filled return. So let's validate your pre-filled return. This is personal information which is given. Then nature of employment I can select. Say I am selecting others. Then filed under section. Again, it is like MCQ or Google form 139.1. Are you opting for a new tax regime under 115 BAC? You have to select here only. So for salaried employees, this is very important. Whether they can change if they have given the declaration to their employer once for 115 BAC, they can do it.
Yes.
For the business profession, sole proprietors, can they change it? Answer is no. Once they opt for it in their income tax return, they have to live by it. They cannot again come out. Once they come out, then they again cannot go back. For salaried employee, they can change year on year. And they will have to declare to their employer at once that they are going with this particular regime. And if at the end of the year, they decide not to stick with that regime, they can change in their income tax return. So say, for example, I'm selecting no. Then bank details.
Sorry to break.
Yeah.
So there was a query raised in our WhatsApp group also on the same issue, that declaration you gave to the employer that I will be going through 115 BAC. While filing the return, I am opting for no. So now in the next year also I will have a choice to say yes or no to
Yes.
my employer. And employer
Yes, yes,
will not be
absolutely.
questioned because there will be mismatch in TDS deduction, correct? Based on
Yes,
the
yes,
so that is
yes,
clear,
absolutely.
huh?
Yes. So employer will not be questioned because he has the declaration given by you, and you can always change it. There is a circular of CBDT on that, so there is no issue into it.
And once someone opts, like you said, as a business class, other than salaried, if I opt for this year, continuous 5 years, I have to go with this, or how it is? For 6 years?
Yes. I think it is for continuous 5 years, we have to go by it because we then cannot change it. And if we opt out, then again for next 5 years, we cannot go into it again.
So opting out in the second year is possible, but after that, again,
Yes.
you cannot re-enter into the same scheme. There is
Yes.
a ban of 5 years. Okay.
Yes, because once you are into it for a sole proprietor, this becomes like you have to go by it. And if you are trying to come out of it, then there is no possibility to again go back because the law restricts you to go back into it.
Okay.
So they cannot change in year on year, but yes, salaried employees can very well do that. Okay. So going ahead, yes. Are you opting for new tax regime 115 BAC? And this is something which we have selected already. Then next option is, bank details. As I said, validated. You can select one for refund. Say I select this for refund. This we have already validated. And then confirm.
And during the year, if new bank account has been opened, there is an option available to add another.
Yes, yes. Now, here it is showing me the option of download JSON. If I want to download JSON, I can download it over here. Or if I want to fill in, it is not giving the option. Yes, gross total income.
You have to click on that. Okay.
Yes. So I am asked then again, am I eligible to claim exemption for cost of travel? Say I do it no. HRA, say I do it no. I don't have it. Say for example, I'm doing yes, no, whatever based on my facts. And I do it to the next slide now. Yes. Now it is asking me to put gross salary, exempt allowances. Again, I can put up the detailed breakup based on my form 16. Nature of allowances, standard deduction, whatever I have, we can then put it accordingly. Okay?
So tell
Then,
me one thing, Prerna.
yeah.
Had my employer had uploaded traces mein wo, what do you get 24Q form 16 will be populated, auto populated from that system?
Yes, it will, but in some cases it is still not showing. That is a surprising result because in some cases, yeah.
Their foundation is that they are trying to integrate actually, correct?
Yes, they are trying to integrate that.
So if the system
So,
will start working properly, it will
yes,
throw in
yes.
the figures which is already there in the system.
Yes.
That's what my also belief will be. That will
Yes.
slow down. It will become faster for the SSC to fill the return.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, madam, we can save each and every page on this website.
Yes, you have the option at the down save button.
Okay. Okay.
But I think sometime back there was this problem which was coming that even if we were saving, it was not technically getting saved, and then you had to again redo entire stuff. So that was problem, but I don't know. I think now it is not coming that way because right now even if you do it, it is getting saved. But sometime back that was an issue, and probably for some, and this website is operating little weird because for me it may operate very smoothly, but when you try to do it, it may show you some error. So it is also behaving like that. So it is not consistent with everybody that this is getting saved for me, so it will get saved for you also. So that is where it is little weird, I would say. Yeah.
Lucky enough.
Yeah. So yeah, then if we do save over here and we move to next, income from other sources, here also if the dividend is there, they will pre-fill it. And you can claim income from house property, you can show it over here. GTI it will show, exempt income you can add, and once you confirm it, it will take you to confirm your total deduction, taxes paid, and total tax liability accordingly. And then you can confirm your return and submit it. So this is how the process is for filing the income tax return. And I don't see it is very difficult. The difficulty arises due to the website is not sailing smooth. So that is where only the difficulties. Otherwise, I think the way they have structured it, they have in fact tried to make it smooth for us. But that intent is not getting reflected due to the initial issues of the website.
Now,
So that is why
JSN which you have downloaded. Suppose some people may use JSN. So that will be now then utility to be also downloaded, and then JSN can be opened in a Excel format, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So that is from your side as far as the income tax. I hope people will understand it is a hiccup coming on. Now most of the people are having problem with the registration of DSC. Moreover, it has been resolved, but I will take an opportunity because you are showing us live. Can you just throw the light how to register the digital signature? And then the issue with that HUF, उसमें कोई कर्ता का problem हो रहा है. The department is not understanding, या तो background software वाले को पता नहीं चला है, तो उसका कुछ आंसर रहेगा आपके पास. तो first you showcase the how digital to be registered.
Yes, I'll again go to dashboard. 1 second.
To insert, right? Why you
Yeah.
are forcing me to change my PIN? That is the biggest headache I have found.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem. So the PIN
This
they
should
are
have
asking to
not
change
been
it.
way ना, it should be like you can't
Yeah.
find this privacy check. मुझे जबरदस्ती क्यों change करा?
Yeah. So the PIN of DSC they are not accepting. You have to change your PIN. The first PIN which is there, you have to change it. I think it has thrown me out, or at least it's not allowing me to log in.
वो बोला बहुत टाइम से static है या हम अभी ज्यादा नहीं, अभी तुम्हारा chance गया. Let me get the next.
Others need to file. Yeah.
Next.
So session expired and I'll have to relog in.
There is an issue about the verification of return also.
Yeah, I agree. So these are issues and I think these issues are going to continue for some time because I think there was a statement of Finance Minister last 2-3 days back only. She said in weeks time she's going to resolve all of the issues. So let's be hopeful with that she's going to listen to us and solve all the issues and make this return filing smooth for us, at least in the coming days.
And whatever may be the case, they should now themselves realize that from June to August, 60 days, if you can't handle it, how on this earth you want us to handle with all the festivals coming in here?
I
They should
agree.
extend it. There was lockdown
I
for
think
2
it is
months.
a matter of time.
Hmm.
Due dates will get extended because if we see utilities are only not released of some of these ITR.
Ah.
So I think it will get extended based on the scenario at which this website is
There
operating.
should be then representation to ROC also. अगर हमारा यहाँ पे काम नहीं हो रहा है,
That is the biggest problem. Yeah, because
without
see,
tax audit कैसे करोगे आप? ऐसा होगा।
एग्जैक्टली लास्ट टाइम भी यही हुआ था कि इवन आरओसी में आई थिंक एमसीए ने तो अपना कर दिया था कंपनीज के लिए, बट फॉर एलएलपीज इट वाज अ बिगर टास्क बिकॉज एलएलपीज का ड्यू डेट वही रखा हुआ था एंड एलएलपीज का रिटर्न फाइलिंग तो 15 जनवरी 15 फरवरी तक गया हुआ था. सो दैट वाज अ बिगर प्रॉब्लम. एंड देन हाउ कैन यू फाइल द रिपोर्ट और ऑडिटेड रिपोर्ट बिफोर यू हैव फाइल्ड योर आईटीआर एंड audit reports, tax audit
So
report?
internally they should resolve ना. मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ वो department government should synchronize themselves ना with each other.
Exactly. And when even the taxpayers were not able to finalize the balance sheet, they had to pay a huge sum on account of default of that Form 8 of LLP.
And I always get wild, you know, why the hell I should go and tell them? Are they not having brains to understand what is happening around?
Yeah, completely agree.
So सबसे
So,
पहले
this is-
main screen पे
yeah.
आपने register किया, मतलब login किया, and left side पे
Profile.
go back, क्योंकि we were just discussing
Yes.
and you just went through. So if you can,
Okay.
my profile you have to go.
Yes.
And
And
then
then register DSC.
Register DSC, and then
So you have to download and install this M-Signer utility. I don't have it on my laptop, so I can't show you that. Okay, something went wrong again, and the site is throwing me outside again.
it's
So
okay.
sorry for that. Yeah.
So we, moreover, now people know. Now the issue is that I'm a chartered accountant.
Yeah.
So I will, as an individual, my PAN is registered with the income tax side. There I have registered my
Right.
digital signature. Again in my ARCA login, the authorized representative login, there also I had to do digital signature validation there. That was my first.
No.
It's
No.
by default
Today
package
only. Yeah, today only I registered my DSC too, and it is appearing in all my other place, like all other accounts where I am authorized signatory. So you do not need to re-register again and again. Once you do it, and once you input your PAN in the registered account, say for example for 15 CACB. So if you're operating as your own individual account, and now if I've registered my DSC, I go to account where I have to sign 15 CB. There, if I put my PAN, it will automatically show it. Even for even for directors of company or partners, if you do it for partner, and when you go to the firm's account or company's account, when you put the PAN, it will show you auto-populated that this DSC is registered.
Great.
So again and again, we need not do that.
So there are certain queries have come from the participation. Those who have come. Rushabh is asking, while filing ITR 3 in a presumptive income, our return is showing validation error. It also mandated us to enter partnership details even though there is no partnership form. So this can be a technical problem, right? And what is
Yeah.
this?
See, it is a technical problem because this is something which we have to wait for them to resolve. There are a lot many technical issues like that. There are some fields which are not even mandatory and are being mandated at present to fill up. I think there you can, if it is not allowing you and it is very urgent for you to file your return, you can put not applicable, NA. You can put all the details as NA or 000 wherever it is asking you figures. And that way you can just file it, because if you do not have the partnership form, there is no, kind of requirement for you to put up that thing.
And Deepak Harjivan Bhai has asked how to report long-term capital gain on listed bonds without index benefit tax at the rate of 10%.
So that you will have to report under your capital gain only. You will have this schedule on long-term capital gain. If it is listed bonds, it is soon going to be pre-filled and all that information is going to get available. But time being, you can put up under the capital gain, the amount of capital gain, sale consideration and your cost of acquisition. And then accordingly, tax will be computed. So under 10% schedule which is there or the row which is there you will have to specifically put this information. And this will, I think, go in ITR 2 or ITR 3 as may be applicable.
And today I also was filing one of my clients' return.
Right.
So we had say 5 lakhs ATC benefits, but income from other sources was say 2 lakhs. So it was restricted to 2 lakhs, and other income was long-term capital gain on a redemption of dividend, say 2,92,000. So they gave me 1 lakh का threshold only. तो basic exemption limit भी नहीं दिया, ऐसा कैसे किया होगा वो मुझे नहीं समझा. Are you getting my question?
So you said kitna income from other sources tha? 5 lakh.
No, income from other sources is 2 lakhs.
2 lakh, हाँ.
I invested in ATC 2 lakhs, so वो सामने nullify कर दिया उन्होंने.
Zero हो गया, हाँ.
Zero हो गया. So from my gross 438, 138 restriction वो जो income from other sources निकाल दिया, फिर long term capital gain उसके 2 लाख नीचे लेके आया 2,92,000. From that deduction and 19,000 10% क्या बोलते हैं टैक्स लगा दिया इनकम टैक्स. तो फिर मेरा थ्रेशोल्ड नहीं मिलता है लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन में. दिस इज माय फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
मिलता है अगर आपका थ्रेशोल्ड यूटिलाइज नहीं हुआ है तो मिलता है. लेकिन अभी आप जैसे कहा कि 2 लाख तक का आपका अदर इनकम था तो आई थिंक उसमें तो 1,38,000 तो उसके सामने आपका एटीसी का तो यूटिलाइज हो चुका था तो आपका
138 निकल गया.
राइट. तो उसके बाद भी आई थिंक आपका लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन था तो लिस्टेड के ऊपर आपको मिल जाना चाहिए था अपना स्लैब रेट बिकॉज वो अनयूटिलाइज ही रहेगा.
So that is what. So there is a bug in my software or how or today when I now heard your lecture I will go and see.
Yeah, there should be. For unutilized basic exemption limit will be available on short-term capital gain as well as long-term capital gain.
It should be, no? My mind says
Yeah.
it should be. So there is something wrong going on.
Yeah.
And now that Karta HUF का कुछ है आपके पास answer by any chance?
No, even I do not have any particular answer on that. I think you can maybe write to them.
Yes.
Or you can even, that way I think we had also called for various issues to CPC Bangalore and they were really helpful. So whatever there were issues from their side, they said us to wait for that. Whatever they could resolve and give us some resolution on that front, they were able to do that. So I think those people are also really helpful. They understand that what scenario they have created and it is not their problem also altogether, but they are being helpful with respect to that.
So now let us see. Preeti is asking, can we directly file return through software or we need to do all procedure on site? See, Preeti, just for you, this is informal. I did file with my software and it went through verify, but I attempted it at in the night 10:30 के बाद मैंने किया था. Validation भी successful हो गया. So होता है. और the way Prerna said, you should be lucky. कल हमने दोपहर को भी एक रिटर्न चढ़ाया था and we got OTP also, Aadhaar OTP also, but it was 1 and 2 what we have uploaded. That is what I am just telling you. And now Prerna is here, so can you just give us the major things we before filing return of income we should keep in mind, some tips, I should be taking care before submitting any return. You can have
Yes.
the red signal kind of checkpoints kind of thing. Before submission, please take care of these points, for this season of filing return of income.
See, one thing is the most important thing I've always say for any return of income is documentation. So always maintain that because without documentation, it is going to land up in trouble in future. So documentation is very important factor, be it rent receipts, be it Form 16, 26 AS, and now with the current website where there is no, security that you have filed your return properly, it is being uploaded or see, it is not only for us. This information is going to AO. We don't even know how the AO is going to see to it. because for us also it looks like अगड़म तगड़म हम कुछ फाइल करते हैं कभी दिखता नहीं है फाइल हो गया डाउनलोड नहीं होता है एक्नॉलेजमेंट तो एओ के पास तो पता ही नहीं क्या जाता होगा we don't know so documentation is very very important from that perspective that we have everything what we have done it so at least whenever any problem or any assessment turns up in future we have everything in our hand second most important thing is with respect to this pre-filled return again we need to as I said we need to keep a check as to the pre-filled data is coming correct or not be it with respect to capital gain be it with respect to dividend so keep your this security notes demat account statements in hand check it through it that the capital gain amount when it will come through pre-filled mode it is coming very correctly even for the dividend cross verify with your bank accounts cross verify everything with form 26AS because now 26AS has all the information so you have to see that also so with all these things I think we have to maintain the proper file of our client so that nothing gets missed out.
So that's fantastic, phenomenal. Participants can have some of the questions. We have 5 more minutes with us. You'll be shocked and surprised that people are not speechless.
Madam, my client is a NRI staying in outside India, but he is not having Aadhaar card, right?
Right.
That's one issue of the e-verification.
Yes.
He is tried for the e-verify through the bank account, but it is not
Yes,
possible
yes.
to do this now.
Yes, even my client is doing the same thing, and we have been struggling to do that for him since like last 1 week or so. We have filed his return, but he's not able to e-verify because through net banking it is not happening. Even the EVC is not getting generated for the bank account. So then what do we do it? So the only option I see for my client also is to get digital signature. But getting a digital signature is also not an easy task for NRS because you also need to give those proof and those proof need to have some Indian proof also. So then DSC obtaining is also not an easy task, but looking at the current scenario, we cannot always trouble the client to spend his 2 hours on doing e-verification. So that is the only option even I think so far that we can do it through DSC. Get the DSC in the name of the client and get it filed through it. Or the other option is he can courier all the way from abroad to CPC Bangalore.
That's the correct idea, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So indeed, it was a great, right? So many ideas are there. The site is actually, with the intention was good, timing was bad.
Yes, absolutely.
When ITR 3 has started or not, that I'll just पूजा check करके बता देती हूँ आपको, क्योंकि 26 years कल दोपहर को प्रॉब्लम था, आज स्मूथली चल रहा है, आज इंपोर्ट हो रहा है सब कुछ, तो मतलब अभी हाँ, so it is on their wings and fences the way प्रेरणा said, 5 मिनट पहले साइट चलती है, 5 मिनट के बाद नहीं चलती है, we have to be with it and we cannot just keep blaming each other, just start doing, compile the data, finish the things which is available with us and be ready with when the site is working. That's what we have to decide, you know, as a forum, what we can best do and satisfy our client. Only thing I request our government, they should be publicly, जैसे अभी उन्होंने announce किया, तो client का pressure हमारे पे क्यों आ रहा है? Because client is not informed that what happening with IT website, you know, basically. So it is their duty to inform to the all over India, awareness create करना उनका काम है ना, हमारा काम. See, we are 5 lakhs out of 130 crore. Started accountant fraternity is what? उसमें किसी practice में कितने लोग हैं? 1.5-2 लाख लोग थोड़ी ना पूरे 150 crore का जिम्मा लेके चलेंगे. Because the government should inform them, right? That is the best thing what I can say. And now it's a pleasant task to propose vote of thanks because today we are in time somehow. We were thinking that ITR will take us along, but I think they have eased out our life, you know, because basically everything is readily available. they have classified tables. All informations are available. Just हमें उनको use करना है सही ढंग से. And don't worry, clients are not going to file the return on their own because taxation law cannot be taught by the client, मतलब by the site also. पहले ऐसा लगता था कि जीएसटी रिटर्न भी वो लोग खुद कर लेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Consultancy is bound to be there. Consultancy cannot be taken away from the chartered accountant. Understand that thing. We should not be, मतलब वो जो होता है, ease out your pressure by compliance, do value addition by giving them consultancies. So we also have to change our perception towards the work. You know, अभी हम 40 साल 50 साल से एक तरह का काम करके आए हैं. तो अब जैसे जैसे मोबाइल के मॉडल चेंज हो रहे हैं, सबकी वेबसाइट्स चेंज हो रही है, हम हमारी लाइफस्टाइल भी एज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, हाउ व्हाट kind of services we will provide to our client, that also we need to think on. That's how it should be. So both should be the win-win situations. And I think that in and all, Prerna, you had given us an insight कि site is good. खाली हमें थोड़ा patience रखना पड़ेगा. We'll have to be patient with them. And
बिल्कुल.
हाँ, over to you, Daman bhai.
थैंक यू वंदा मैडम. इस प्रेरणा मैडम जैसे समझाया हमने को कि ग्लिचेस तो होने वाला है और ऐसे ही हमको साथ में चलना है, राइट. सो वी लर्न नॉट प्योरली अवर अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस साइट इश्यू वी कैन नॉट गो थ्रू दिस, बट जो भी समझाया दैट इज गोन डायरेक्टली टू अवर माइंड. सो आई ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ SGF रिक्वेस्ट JP सर to give the formally vote of thanks to our guest speaker and the moderator.
I think one thing I would like to end with is that with this income tax website, I would like to say that all the things are difficult before they appear easy to us. So before they are easy, all things appear difficult at the first stretch. So with this thing in mind, I think we should approach this new income tax website.
बट वो सर रोज आप रोटी जो आराम से जल्दी खा लेते थे, वो सडनली कुछ नया बना के देते हैं तो डाइजेस्ट करने में टाइम लगता है ना.
बिल्कुल.
ओवर टू जयप्रकाश जी. अनम्यूट.
Yeah. So Prerna madam has given new angle to look at the website. The positive aspect she has explained us to see the positive aspects of website. Teething problems and bugs and all are there. They are part of our life. The way she has explained is very, very lucid and very simplified manner. And we just have to pray God before we start the process of filing. And प्रेरणा मैडम, आपने ये जो पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट दिया है, इसके पहले तो हम फ्रेंड्स शाम को मिलते थे और वेबसाइट बनाने वाले को, वेबसाइट जो सजेस्ट करता है उनको कुछ बोलते थे. But अभी से the way you explained us, this is actually really eye opener, and it has gone directly into our head. And I thank you on behalf of our study circle, and thank you for sparing time and explaining us the practical aspects of filing returns and positive aspects of the website. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone who joined us today. We will be now next meeting on very soon with auditing checklist and MRL to be prepared. Well, so that will be on the 26th of August by Manish Sampat CA. So that's from me. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.